Why is it feeling bad?
It doesn't feel bad, but I feel like I'm kind of stagnating pretty heavily.
Yeah. You mean like yourself or like your team?
Nah, mainly myself.
Okay.
'Cause I mean, that's the only thing I can really like notice.
Yeah.
I feel like I've regressed a bit when it comes to like my individual play in
Right.
terms of like positioning, ability usage, and all that stuff. I feel like
You've
I've
regressed, as in
yeah,
you've
I
gotten
feel like
worse.
I've regressed. 'Cause I feel like I've prioritized like the more macro side of things, like
Yeah.
focusing on like kill boxes and win cons and fight plans. That I'm kind of like I'm not thinking enough about my own game,
Right.
so I find myself like not rotating when I need to be, not playing in proper positioning when I need to be.
Yeah. Yeah. That is fair because I guess it's more new to you, like the macro side of it, right?
Yeah, it's like not as uh,
So it takes a lot of your
intuitive.
like brain power
Hmm.
to be working on that. That's fine, right? It just takes repetitions. So
Yeah,
eventually, it's like also if your team becomes more comfortable with it, it takes less communication. Like
yeah,
for example, kill boxes. You just like okay, kill box here, fight plan, go, and then that's it, right? It's like it shouldn't be too taxing mentally to do it if everybody's like comfortable and has lots of repetitions doing it, the macro side of it.
yeah.
Um, and once we get to that point, it's like then you can literally just focus on your gameplay and then make callouts, right? And it's not,
Mhm.
it shouldn't be too like too much to worry about in that sense. This is the pretty risky rotation here because they're just as fast as you guys are,
Yeah.
and
I think we just weren't coordinated on the rotation because I feel like if me, Mira, and Kyle and Kaiser, if we were just playing together, then like we would all be where I am right now,
yeah,
and then
true,
we are we are in cover instantly.
true, but let's see.
Like we used TP because we knew that they were gonna run Queen Juno, so like we run TP so that we can get there at like fast or similar time.
These guys are pretty slow catching up to you as well. So you both have speed. Uh, oh, so you're saying you used TP and they didn't?
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
knew that they were gonna run Queen, and we're like, okay, if we TP, we have a chance of getting there faster.
Okay.
Then we can like set up because I knew that it was because we're running because the Ana. I knew it was gonna be hard to set up the Ana if they get there first.
I just okay. Whenever Anna's
When they're
played on
running
this
Rush.
map, she's usually played like to set up for this sight line here, like either this way or this way,
Mhm.
because this is a really open space and a really terrible rotation and a great kill box for you guys to play in or play
Yeah,
for. So if you get here first, um,
just play
I think
Spectrum
you
up.
can just put your Orisa. Your Orisa gets to walk up further, and then you hold this
Mhm.
corner with Ana LOS.
Right, and then just
Uh,
play on main walls
yeah,
there.
that's like you could. Okay, theoretically you could make it back here, and then play your Orisa here. This is
Hmm.
strong too, but it's like there's such a high chance you get punished on this rotate,
Yeah, it's a
and
long
I don't
rotation to
think
get back
I
sight.
think a good team just doesn't let you do that. If they see you walking through garden there, you're dead.
I could save by Brig whip shot there.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, this. So where could you be positioned better here?
I could just be playing, yeah, like literally back there.
Like back here, yeah.
Yeah,
Because then you can dodge out any damage and you can dodge the knife. But
and
here
that's even
it's like
more
your
space
kite
that
direction
Queen
is
has for the.
this, and then this is awkward. You have to rotate back. This is a good nade. You should really try and hit Queen there though, because she's the one that's the highest threat in this bush, right? It's nice if you hit multiple people, but try and aim it for Queen. And yeah, you're too far forward in this case.
Yeah.
And here, honestly, like, nading Queen is gonna help a lot, because their Ashe is usually gonna be too far away to kill, and their Mei can just cleanse it with the Ice Block. And it's good if you force Ice Block, but you know, if Queen is
Yeah.
pushing, like, these guys, how do they want to play? They want to 3-2-1 rush past your tank and kill you, basically. Because if they take a long fight into Orisa, Orisa's gonna win.
Right.
So these are the things you need to consider. If they want to rush on top of you and like through your Orisa, you should try and play a little bit further back so create more distance, and land the nades so that whoever's pushing the hardest like gets naded. So if Queen is like running through you guys, she needs to be getting naded, because she's the one that needs to die first. If she's in the front inside of your team, or at least more pressure needs to be applied. For example, if you nade the Ashe or Mei and they're too far back, and then the Queen just runs through them, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
So whatever your team can capitalize on. This is a nice angle. You're gonna get a fat nade here. You just need to count it down with your team here.
Yeah, that's what. And then we kind of
So
get. They just.
this is a
I
problem
think we
because
just took too long.
yeah, by the time you peak, Mira's health bar is like gone. Cole's you took too much damage, and your Mei took too much damage.
I'm not even nading the Queen either.
Yeah. So I say if you want to push these guys, okay, sure. Your Orisa can do this with Juno speedering, but they need to be like hard hiding, not taking any damage, and then 3-2-1 ring go. Like the timing is super clear, and you can help communicate this, but it's not entirely your fault that that happened.
I should. Stab it. Stab it.
Her Queen holds up on that. You need to continue rotating.
Yeah, I should. I thought they were just gonna walk main.
They're all chasing you.
Yeah.
Everybody's on this angle now. Once again, this is the risk. This is the risk. Orisa has high stopping power, right? So Orisa can stand here and press E to stop their push. If their game plan is to engage on you in this area, one of the worst things you can do is nothing and ignore it, right?
Yeah.
Because if you go this way, the Queen just kills you with speed ring, you know. Your Orisa needs to stop this, or at least if you're gonna do this rotation, somebody needs to stop it. You can Mei wall this and then rotate, but we need one of your two CC heroes, either Orisa or Mei, to stop like this rotation here, if their plan's to go to point, right?
Yeah.
We have an ult damage here. Nice, you come back. Okay. I think we're kind of a little bit disconnected here. Like your Mei is playing too far back. Your Orisa wants to stop this. Your Juno looks like she wants to stop this. So
I could play a bit further right so I can get
yeah.
a better angle for nades when you want to
Or you
speed
could
in.
just step up a little bit. Like you could stand here. And then if they want to push you, then you can kite back to garden. But if
And
they
they're walking through my Orisa Mei as well.
yeah, exactly. And then they have the stopping power in this rotation. But right now, when we horse ult, it's like this is an LOS cut on our entire team for this moment. So our nade angle is not that great. It's a good nano. Hold the corner, look grenade. This is what I was worried about, right? Like when your team backs out, now you're kind of fucked. So if you're playing here, your team must hold this corner and stay here to stop them from splitting you like this.
Yeah. Because here, if they, yeah, they can just right. Exactly what they do.
You're just too close, right? It's a good nade, but it's like you're too close. You probably will die here. If they wanted to kill you there, you die there.
I mean, I'm effectively dead as a monster.
Yeah.
So
The downtime was fun. Okay, so does that make sense? This part of the map? This is the kill box. We stand here, and we can push forward through here if we land a nade. Or you can stand kind of back here in this area and have your Orisa here. Or like back on point-ish and have your Orisa here. And we can look for nades in garden.
but like if Orisa Mei walks back to point, I should be more even.
Yeah, well also it's like keep in mind. One comm we can make is like, okay guys, where are we gonna kite to? So if they push us hard and we need to kite, which we shouldn't really need to if we're playing our CDs right,
Yeah.
then we have to back out this way, and then
But there's still that
let them
wall
push us.
of Orisa between me and Queen.
Yeah, and then Orisa can back up, and then you can back up, and then we're fine. And then they tried to push you, but they can't because they have to go through Orisa Mei. And we're still good at stopping this rotation, right? Like if we fail to stop this one, and they try and rotate here, you know, our Orisa can push, you can push, and wherever Mei is standing, like if Mei is around here, then Mei can like land a wall here, and they're probably dead either way. So it's like, this is one rotation that you guys can play for, this is the other rotation you guys can play for, or like this one, right? And then if they get to point, it's like whatever. You can still 3-2 and push them with an ult. Yeah, this is kind of a weird comp. I know Cole likes to play ball, but the front line in this comp is you, in fact.
Yeah.
So this is you need to do a lot of work in holding space without dying. But I think not playing Orisa here is a pretty big throw, to be honest. Okay, cool. You Be careful. Be careful bashing in.
Because bash is my escape tool, right?
Yeah, like you're gonna if you get lethal damage here, you could die. But you would really like to have bash, and the fact that you got Juno speedring is enough to close the distance. Right? You can speedring, close the distance here with speedring. Keep flailing, and then just you don't want to take this amount of damage, so you bash out when the axe comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another.
Yeah, like right there.
Like, you can't. You can hold this space. Like your ball gets a little bit of value here, you can see. But you need to basically run. Like this is too dangerous. You need to bash out at this point.
Yeah, just like kite out.
In fact, I think you need to bash out even earlier because you're gonna get Maywalled if you're playing past this thing. Like, let your ball get value.
Yeah.
How a ball cons work is you kind of just have to surround them and keep like pummeling them from multiple angles. If you try and hold the space here against their rush with an actual tank, it's not going to work out. And see, after you die here, we still have the multiple angles on them. And that's how we kill them, because they walk into our... Like right here, they're surrounded by all of our angles. And this is the type of situation where we get kills. So as long as you're on the outskirts of the fight, like let's say you walk back to here, then you can still get value pretty safely. They have to reach really far to catch you. And you're still providing inspire value. This is still the front line if they push onto point. It's just a part of the fight where you don't instantly die. Now we have our big brawl ultimates, Rally Juno, so we can comfortably take a close fight.
I mean, honestly, here we should just be engaging first.
Yeah. Yes, we should. I don't know what the plan was, but we need to use either Rally or Juno.
Yeah.
Also, one good thing to do is if you track they have Queen ult, you can rally first. And this is kind of what they did in Overwatch League. Is they like, okay, pop rally, and then we're pushing and pushing and pushing, and we're forcing Queen. So she's has to ult to live, and then you just bash her out of her ultimate and cancel.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't ult, she just gets run over. So it's like a lose-lose either way for her. But to do that, you need to pop a rally like early and focus Queen. So the problem with this fight is we didn't actually use an ultimate here.
Yeah, we just didn't have it.
We are a little too split for this, I think. Yeah. Like this speedering push is too split from the rest of our team. And I think you would totally survive this if you were stacked on your Juno and you can push through past the Blizzard with speedering, then this is not an issue. So the source of the problem here is just that you weren't stacked when you first knew. I don't even blame you for getting frozen there. I think we just went in way too early. you don't. You do not have to touch
Full
it.
reset moment.
You do not
Yeah.
have to touch. It's kind of a problem that you die there, because now we're
Yeah.
like, definitely not gonna win. Let your ball touch. Oh, nice try.
Should have touched. I missed the rock. I missed the rock.
Wait, which side of the rock did you? I think
I
didn't
land
you want to go
on
on
top
this
of
side of
it.
the rock? Am I crazy?
Yeah, ideally.
The right
But
side is nice to wall right
I
on.
fucked up the rollout from a bit earlier, but it's because I landed on top of the rock, so I didn't get jumped.
Yeah. You just walk
I
on
just
it.
slide off.
Okay. Let me see if I can pull up a example. This is with Orisa, so that's why you guys should play Orisa, I think. Let's just watch this, and it's like you can see how much he holds space. So this comp has May to hold space, Orisa to hold space, and Brig to hold space. So it's like nobody can walk. He's kind of on the right side of the map. And he's like constantly walking forward. See, he walks forward to get inspire value, and he's posing himself as like a big threat right here. He's like, look at me, look at me. I'm not just sitting back, like shooting packs out. He's pressing W onto the outskirts of the fight, and then when he gets looked at, he's out. And he goes right back in, and like goes onto the edge of the fight to get value.
Doesn't need to fight the project inspired, but when you get pressure, just bashes out.
Yeah. He knows Tracer's on the right side, so he's marking that. He's keeping his inspire value up. And then too much pressure, so he bashes out. Marking the left side with Tracer. Kind of standing there looking at her. He's not bashing here, like right here, he's not bashing out because they have a result, and if they ult after he bashes, he's done. So he has to wait for her to ult before he bashes. Kind of ran out of packs through. He's marking Tracer, but his team is like kind of dying on point here. Yeah, like you kind of see how much space he's holding, right? Without like forcing his Juno to heal him, pretty much. So he's like at the very, he's like putting as much pressure and aggression out as possible without demanding resources from Juno to like save his life. want to look at
Very so.
Pariso. Okay, so I'll ask you on this composition, what is your role with double flex
What's my
DPS?
role?
Yeah,
Oh,
what is your role here?
uh, get off angle to look for picks and also pressure and also potentially dive targets.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As a team, you guys kind of want to collapse really quickly. With Genji Venture, there's no poking essentially, because
It's all staging and then all.
yeah, if you start poking, uh, this hero will get more value. So just yeah, stage, posture, and then collapse. And you're looking for a off angle to land shots on dive targets and like squishies before you go.
I could be way more optimal with my healing and guessing, like weaving in my kunais while I'm healing.
So what'd you say?
I thought I could be more optimal with my healing and guessing, weaving in kunais while I'm healing.
Yeah, I think so too. I think like this is a big problem that like half your team's out and half your team's in, right? Like if we're all in, then this is way less stressful for you guys
Yeah.
because you just have one area of the map to look at and focus your value towards. I also think you could probably be walking up maybe to this angle earlier in the fight. It's like part of posturing, right? Like we walk up, we posture, so we're within range to dive. Like our Genji Venture have a certain distance which they can engage from, and then we just go. So this is good staging from your ball. We need to be doing damage to these guys right now. So where can you be?
I should be moving up to that bridge. So I can get an angle.
Yeah. You just need to posture a little bit earlier, I think. Like you can just walk down, walk up, start shooting people. Like this is a fat angle for you as Kiriko.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to stand here. They're getting headshot by you right now. And then when your ball goes in, everybody dies.
Yeah. I pretty
So by the time you commit
limit myself by sitting on this low ground. I can't see.
yeah,
enough.
you can't see the enemy. You can't really see the enemy. Like any kind of off angle here is good. And if you're worried about Queen chasing you, that's good for you. You back up,
Yeah.
you make her chase you, and then you just TP to your team. You're fine. She's out of the fight, and then if the Queen is out of the fight and you just TP'd in, then you guys kill whoever is in this area for sure. And same thing, if Genji comes to pressure you, you guys, if he comes to pressure you while you're still posturing, you just force him out because he's overextended if he comes up into this area. You just force him out, and then you can go. But if your team goes in and then Genji tries to go for you, you just TP out. And then he's back here, and you're in an advantageous fight. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what I think we should think about. It's like posture, get that value. Look for damage on squishies. look for an off angle in which you pose a threat and they have to come either deal with you or just die. And then when they come to deal with you, you leave. We're now more like a Lucio brawl. This comp is kind of strange with Ash Sojourn, but you're mostly doing the right thing here. You can stack with your core and just help Marissa and shoot melee. Yeah, okay, well. Oh, we just died. Okay. We should be able to deal with this Genji a little better. That's unlucky. So yeah, I can part of your team stall here and a lot of mechanics issues. But if you are in a Rissa double hit scan, you guys absolutely have to take angles. Like we need an angle from here.
Yeah.
Why is my Ashe and Sojourn stacked here? We need one off angle, maybe fuck it, 2 DPS angles from here and then a Rissa angle from here. Like we have to angle max on this fight in this comp.
Yeah.
So next time your team rolls out on this, you identify that. Guys, let's split up. Let's take an angle left side. Harris and me are going right side, something like that. Good rotation. Nice. I mean, this kind of sucks because they're already on top of you when you window.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the ring, and I'm like, I knew that they were gonna want to set up on this bridge. I'm like, okay, if we just window now and just completely kill that LOS, like, kill that for them, we get all this space.
Yeah.
That's what I.
I mean, the thing
But
is here.
I mean, just a bit earlier.
Yeah. I don't know. Like maybe this would work if your Rissa is on top with you to stop their push.
Yeah.
But it's just too easy to force you guys.
Or if Arissa was like maybe playing stairs, and then they Queen can't walk up, and then it's just 2v1 Genji.
Yeah.
Play the window after.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. Can speedring make you cross this gap? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Or this one.
I feel like if
probably you can jump over across as Arissa.
Oh, as Arissa? Hey.
Yeah, like this is too close, right? So what can deny this angle? If you guys want to push out here, we need a threat on this side to poke this out. Right?
Yeah.
So our formation should be Arissa, off angle, and like somebody could even mark here, like Alicia or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we spread out across the map. But because we're not denying this off angle, you guys have nobody to protect you. Arissa's not actually protecting you here, so they just walk at you for free. this is good. Your wrist is starting with you, and this helps to push them away from you guys as you push out.
Yeah. I think right here we just need an off angle on right side.
Yeah, for sure. This is getting scary. We need a look at these guys right now. You guys, you're not on Juno break anymore. You can't just run through with BAP. You're gonna get traded.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
You're not as survivable. It just doesn't work for this comp. You have to play front to back. So like BAP, or off angle like you suggested, and then clear out this space of the map first.
And then.
And when the enemy is back in this area, then you can rotate forward. But we can't just 3-2-1 ignore their queen and run it down on back line. Like, you should have died there. And here, I think, here we can work on some micro here. Like, you can reduce the number of people you're peeking right now by using cover better. Who are you shooting? Queen? Genji? Do you need to be standing here to shoot Queen and Genji?
No, I could be playing further back, or I could be playing further left.
Yeah, you can just, well, you can back up to use the cover better, for one. But also, you can just drop, and then you can cut this LOS right here. So, to peek your Orisa and to peek Queen, you can just peek like this, instead of peeking 3 people in the back. Right? And maybe like your Sojourn can take this angle, because she can duel the Ashe and whatever and take aggro here. And when she's dashed on, unlike you, she can just slide away.
Yeah.
But you'll just die. So mostly setups there. Controlling the off angles. Okay, what's the rule for Ana Juno? You tell me.
Speed on nades.
Yep. Don't let them get to you. Play first. You have to go with a nade and be aggressive with this. So there on Genji, your lose condition is shout Genji, closing the distance on your backline. If this happens, you lose. Right? Good cover usage.
I think here you could have Cole walk upstairs onto that far right side so that he has an angle. But I don't really know where he can be playing right now, because I feel like the way they're set up, they're just poking us down. Can't.
Well,
really do.
I think playing the corner is fine because it denies basically everybody except for Juno and Genji from closing the distance here. Like, what they have to do is go forward this way, or the queen has to walk this way. And he's controlling the space by standing here. You, on the other hand, you're the most vulnerable. Like, you should not...
I could probably just drop.
Yeah, try to avoid taking Ashe damage.
I could drop and then play in that room that's just below, and I don't have to really deal with Ashe otherwise.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable idea. Other thing you guys can do here is just wall this. When you see they're obviously pushing, it's like, oh yeah, you do. Nice. Perfect. Good roll. Queen should die. Could you have landed in Nada?
Here.
This nade's not really valuable because they're not pushing it. They can choose to not push after you use nade.
If they speed ringed and then I naded, then at the very least it's like
You're
they have
denying
to
their
then
push.
wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can't uncommit if they drop this high ground. But your team cannot commit if you land the nade because you're on a Rissa May. Unless you do something where you like wall up to high ground and then push. Then you can, if you're making a play like where you actually push high ground here, then you can land a nade here and it's fine.
Mhm.
But other than that, it's like it's so easy to tuck to cover and not fight you after you get hit there. Even if it's a 5-man nade, like it got blocked by Brig, but if you had 5
Yeah.
people there, it's still not a very,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. They just waited out.
Yeah. Just get you kind of rotating, but not early enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a good spot for you in this situation. You just want to avoid the Ash sightline, right? So it's like if you can play
Because it's
here
easier to.
and avoid the Ash sightline, and then peek for a nade. Like if they're going this way, this is a good nade angle with you isolating this window. But if they're pushing all through window, then this is a fairly safe location for you to be. So I agree with that.
And it'll also have my wrist stabbing.
Yeah. I mean, either way, your Orisa is kind of stopping them. Orisa May will stop them here. You just want to be not getting poked out by Ashe is the most important thing. Nice play. That's kind of what I was thinking about on first play. You guys just did that. Hyde is taking way too much damage.
Oh yeah, Cole wanted to drop down with one. But I feel like he could have just played the corner and then just ult them.
Yeah, I don't know where Cole
Because
is.
in that rotation to get the height, we lose all the space we have. Like we have no space.
Yeah, if this is your sight line, then we basically this is our kill box. So Orisa can just stand here.
Yeah.
And yeah, honestly, make is like stand on high ground too. Why not? Or on low ground, but I think high ground might be a little stronger. You can always like play on high ground and then drop when if you need to isolate the angle or land a wall. And here it sucks because you don't have nade and they're pushing. So we really need to stop their push with wall or Orisa or something.
Yeah.
And for this nade,
Maybe Brig here, because I figured if I hit Brig with nade, we can kind of just burst it with Orisa ult and then just immediately hit R1.
okay.
Because I didn't anticipate the pull.
So what you should be concerned about is you kind of got lucky. But what you should be concerned about here is what you need to worry about.
I'm wide swinging to
What's the number one threat on your screen right now?
Ashe, Genji wall climbing up.
Probably Genji, because there's nobody stopping the single.
Yeah.
I would just drop at this point. Like fuck it, you're gonna die if this Genji's good and he doesn't get a result right now. You're probably just dead.
And I just used my nade as well, so I have like what?
Yeah, you don't have nade, so you can't nade it when he dashes on you. Yeah, I totally would have just dropped here and at least get my nade CD back before peeking, or even I could rotate back up when I have nade. It's like even though he didn't dash on you there, the risk was very high that he kills you there.
And if I drop, then Bob isn't checking for my health.
Yeah. So it's like when you're taking aggressive positions, number one, make sure you're not peeking too many people. Peek the minimum amount of people if possible. And if you don't have your cooldown for some reason, you have to respect it.
Yeah.
Also, if they have an ult, like let's say let's say they have like Juno Blade or like Nano Blade or something along those lines, where you're his number one target, like he wants to kill you. Then that's another reason to go super super fast or play in Narnia, like play at your spawn so he can't reach you. Right? Like that's how you can avoid getting dying in a situation where otherwise you'd almost certainly die to their ults. Even if you hit every cooldown, like Nano Blade will just kill you, right? Even if you nade it. You need a nade earlier there. Just need something.
But I could have just naded Queen while she was walking by.
Yeah, it's like the fight is happening right now. You need to get value, or you're gonna lose. Like your Juno's already dead.
I also had a pretty good LOS on that on their Brig.
Okay, yeah. Actually, let me see if
But
you can watch a little bit of
Infected was
this.
Now-
It's a different comp, but
not a great defensively.
there's the defense.
I would like this role to reversal. That out of position. Look at this. He's just not really scared of Winston. Winston, he's not scared. That's tempo yet. I think like Infected had to jump back.
Oh yeah, this is interesting.
Winston doesn't have bubble yet.
So
He's,
here-
he knows that look at this. He's just not really scared.
Okay, be quiet. Here he's walking forward, out of quote unquote out of position, but it's fine because his team is putting out a lot of pressure and he's not vulnerable because there's only the tracer angle. But you'll see at other times when there is an aggressive angle, he just falls back. Like right now, why do you think he's playing back?
Because his team isn't putting pressure on the enemy team as much as they were before.
I mean, kind of, but they could always set up for this forward kill box. It's just like, okay, they do go for nade in this forward kill box, but initially they're playing back here. And I think the reason is if he shows his face too early in this forward kill box, like these guys have these two ultimates, Nano Primal, and this just kills Ana like instantly. Nano Primal is OP. So this is it's like kind of a gamble here. He goes for the risky play. Let's see. Here they don't have Nano Primal, so he's totally willing to peek it.
And also their tracer is marked, so at most it would just be monkey jumping, and he has Brig
Yeah, totally true.
with Nano as well.
Yeah. I mean, even if they had a Genji or something up here, like look at the angle control. Tracer's over here. Echo's over here. And this angle kind of sucks. So
Like Genji can't really walk.
so these are like
the Echo will just
these are the two angles, and they're both
deny
being
him.
marked by the DPS. And Monkey's looking for a dive here. That's why he's totally safe. All the angles are covered. They're all accounted for. He misses the nade. Oh yeah, and here, look. He missed the nade. What is he doing right now?
He's backing up.
Why is he not going for that kill box again?
Because he doesn't have. There's not a whole lot he can. If he peeks it, it's showing his positioning. It's exposing him to multiple angles, and he doesn't have the nade to actually get any value from.
Yeah, he doesn't have nade anymore. So he can't. Like his team's resources are done. He fucked up his nade, and that mistake costs him the space. So instead of standing up there and dying to their next dive, he just gives them a little bit of space instead. But this sucks because he opened up one angle, which is the tracer angle. But he has nade and sleep. so he can probably survive this. He rotates back into this position. This is a really strong position for Ana.
It's also really easy to control the angles playing on this phase. It's basically just the bridge. So let's say on bridge.
Why does he not nade this?
Like here?
Yeah. Why does he not nade that here?
Nano Primal? Or not, just Nano Monkey? I'm not sure.
Yeah, because they have Nano Monkey on their next cycle. Their ult cycle is Nano Monkey, Nano Primal. So he's fucking dead, essentially.
Yeah.
And also, this bubble here would. There's a good chance they just step inside the bubble and then it does not land.
Yeah.
So I think these two factors is like why he didn't nade that fight. They're coming for him now. You can see, Infected is like, oh shit, I want that Ana. I want that Ana. That sucks, he missed the sleep. But he gets the nade, and he greeds the nade super long, because the longer the monkey is in, meaning the sooner he'll have to leave. So if he nades earlier, then he's more likely to die. Healing his monkey a little bit. I think he would have maybe looked for a nade there, but there wasn't really an opportunity. He only saw monkey. There's the nano. Yeah. Let's look at like one fight on attack. Oh yeah, here Brig did a rollout. You can like jump on the bus on this side and go this way. But Brig can clear high ground and he's relatively safe. Because this Tracer is actually being marked by Brig and Tracer. Why doesn't he nade there?
In that little room.
Yeah, why doesn't he nade this?
Not sure. Maybe because it'd be easy for them to kite back out of the nade. But even then, it would still effectively put them out of the fight. So I'm not sure. Maybe he's expecting the monkey to dive.
It's because it's really actually a hard nade to land, because Brig can block this type of nade super easily. It's like across the map, super predictable, super easy to block, and then it just doesn't get value.
Yeah.
Right? So,
okay.
But I'm not saying like I think you should do this, because I think a lot of Brigs in like the scrims you're playing are not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But it's like it's like, think about, will this nade actually give value or not? So if you're just throwing it out there. Now this nade is like really good, right? This monkey will die because of that. Probably. Yeah, he does. That's guaranteed value, even though it ended up being like more defensive. He's just kind of walking through here. Why does he drop? Why do you think he drops here?
I think it could be because the tracer's being.
Is it Tracer?
My initial idea was that Tracer was unmarked, and they could set up like Tracer Monkey to
No,
just dive that room.
Tracer's here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think. Like that was my initial thought, but I was like, Tracer's not there, so
Yeah.
it could just be
They they actually have
threat of.
pretty good staging. Like Tracer, it would be nice if she was on the left side, but
Mm,
this is pretty good staging. But I think the bigger factor is again
Venom.
Nano Primal. They
Yeah,
have Nano Primal. This high ground, you're gonna die for sure if you get Nano Primal in here, right?
yeah,
So playing back main, okay, it's harder to primal you into a corner. It's way further. Like yeah, they have to physically jump further, which means it's easier to whip shot, and the Tracer has to use more blinks to get in if she wants to get in, and it's just overall it's safer. So it's the more passive angle, and then that's what he chooses to do because they have this ult cycle up. Like, how could you nano primal an Ana this far away in the back line? It's hard. It's like impossible. She's too
yeah.
far away. You're gonna get whipped shot. You're gonna get slapped. So they they nano monkey, but or the enemy, the red team nano monkeys, but he's not on RuPaul right now. He goes in, but it's like it's such a far dive. It's so far. You can't stay there. Now they only have primal. It's less of a threat. Goes back to high ground. He's getting set up by his team. So let's see. He's protected, right? Brig Echo on this angle. Monkey on the left side. Who's this?
Tracer.
Tracer. Yeah, Merit's on low ground. Like pushing card and stuff. So his angles are covered. He's safe to be here. Tracer does come in from the left side, but it's like it's okay. It's okay because his monkey kind of controlled that lane for a bit when he jumped out, and his Brig is there to protect him. It's survivable basically. I just fall back here. There's too much pressure. He's not going into the room because Tracer's there, obviously,
Yeah, it doesn't have.
and
There
it's not
to
marked. It's not
heal.
marked, so he doesn't go there. He's just killing cart. They have to push really hard onto cart, so he's not under
Hmm.
like he's not under too much threat by standing there because like look how far his team was forward.
Yeah.
Like his team is fighting so deep that he's allowed to stand here, even if it's like on cart as a throw. It's really not if it's just one person on cart and your team is that far. This is a nice honest spot if you haven't played here before. It's like really strong. And it's safer too, right? The right side of this map is more diveable and the left side of the map is it's further to jump to. He just destroys them as they walk through the choke point there. Yeah, that's like kind of what I wanted to show you there. So his positioning is based off of two big factors: the enemy ults and his cooldowns. And whenever you're standing somewhere in Ana, be like, okay, what are the enemy ults? Where's their kill box? Do I have nade and sleep? And who can kill me? Where are my threats? So, yeah, okay. Any questions about that? Cool.
No question.
No question. Okay. Is that good?